how to grow your business garden. Now, this is the fourth in a series of videos I've made about your business mindset and the changes in your mindset you have to make. And this is about thinking about your business a bit like a garden. When you've been in control of everything to do with your business, handling every little thing, being on the tools, working on the business and working in the business, it can be quite hard to let go. Now, obviously, as we've said many times, you do need to let go a bit, at least, in order for your business to grow and scale. But how do you do that? How do you do that in here? The problem for a lot of people is they see their business as a bit of an extension of themselves. They have a lot of their identity tied up in it. In other words, they feel somewhat like, I am my business. So for me, if asked what I do, I could answer, I work as a business coach, or even I run a business coaching business, or I could say, I am a business coach, which is actually my habit, right? And it's quite a different way of seeing things. So if you see your business as an extension of yourself, you can face lots of extra challenges, right? If it's not going well for any reason, and there can be lots of reasons, can't there? Not always your fault, like COVID, like a global financial crisis or a global recession like we had a few years ago. So if that happens and your business doesn't go well for whatever reason, you might see yourself as a failure rather than your business is not doing as well as you'd like. Okay, and if you see yourself as a failure, you're likely to get disheartened. Aren't you likely to feel less motivated? It's quite a painful thing, as I can vouch for from personal experience. Right? You might stop enjoying your business so much, and you might even let your attitude spill over to your team, and then that might affect your business's ongoing performance too, which would make the whole situation even worse, wouldn't it? So one of the ways to start to see your business as separate from you is to look at it like a garden. I like this analogy. You can plant things, you can feed them, you can do your best to nurture them, but it doesn't necessarily turn out exactly as expected, and that's okay. I once did some planting in my garden, and a landscape gardener friend helped me out, and we bought a whole heap of plants. We'd done some landscaping work, and she said, expect 10% of them to die. And I was like, oh, okay. And apparently that's the normal attrition rate when you're doing a large planting. Okay? Things don't always work out. 10% failure rate for your plants in your garden is normal. So if you see your business as a garden to tend, you might be disappointed if something doesn't work out. But like a gardener, you'd be thinking more like, oh, that didn't work out. Maybe it needs more nurture, or maybe I tried it at the wrong time, or I didn't provide the right conditions for it to grow, or maybe it was just bad luck. Okay, now in our garden, my personal garden, we've had things do not so well in some areas and flourish in others. Once we planted a whole garden of vegetables at completely the wrong time of year and everything died, right? It was very disappointing, right? We've had some things take ages to grow. We've had some things go wild and take over. Some plants are more needy than others and take more effort, especially in the beginning. And others are fine and don't need any help at all. You just stick them in and off they go, okay? Think about your apprentices, for example. They're like little seeds, aren't they, when you get them? Not much good in their current form, not very useful, but full of potential. You nurture their growth, and eventually you get a good, strong team member, or hopefully you do. If you let them try to manage on their own, you might get lucky and have one that thrives all by themselves, or they may never sprout, and you wonder why they're so retarded and useless. Okay, so that's why it's important to keep this garden metaphor in mind. If you know you need to nurture the seeds, you won't resent having to spend time on things like your apprentices in the beginning. And just like a garden, your business will behave in some ways that are predictable and some that aren't. You'll try things that turn out differently than you expected. You'll have some aspects that seem to be like a grind and to get going, but you shift your perspective or you use a different approach and perhaps they flourish. So it's important to get that separation from your business to help you keep challenges in perspective and help you not get fed up when you try things and they don't work out. And let's just make a quick point here. Things don't work out sometimes, okay? We try things in business, they don't always go our way. That's kind of the nature of it, okay? You can take steps to reduce the risk of things not working out, like getting a business coach, like hiring professionals to help you do things instead of guessing everything, but everything doesn't always work out, okay? So it's important to help you get that separation from your business so you keep those challenges in perspective and you don't take them to heart so much. But also, it will help you make better decisions if you keep that separation. It will help you make ones that are for the benefit of your business, that are more big picture. If you try and make that mental adjustment that your business isn't you, your business is somewhat like a garden that you're trying to look after. You'll be able to think about what your business needs and prioritize those things. And it's often the background stuff that makes your garden thrive, isn't it? It's not pulling out that specific pesky weed the minute it raises its head. It's the fertilizing and the mulching and the watering, things that don't give you an immediate response, things that aren't necessarily urgent. So try to think what those things are for your business, right? One of them obviously is business coaching, of course, but investing in marketing is one, investing in training for your people is one, investing in systems like job management systems, investing in admin people instead of trying to do it all yourself, right? There are many things that you can be doing to feed and nurture your business garden. And of course, get in touch if you want to talk to me about what they are, and if you'd like to download the guide, the How to Shift to a Business Mindset, which is related to this business garden conversation, then reply mindset and we'll get that sent out to you. See you later.